The year of 2025. Nature has turned its back to mankind. Resources are depleted. Food is scarce. All that is left out of food is controlled by rich entrepreneurs that distributed food unevenly and unjustly to make fortune out of it. The reason behind these acts was simple. These entrepreneurs thought to themselves, if they didn't make profit out of it, someone else would, perhaps someone more unjust and ruthless. So in their minds they thought they were the glue that keeps the world from plunging into chaos. There are just a few isolated farms and farmers who refuse to become slaves of the new order of things. They thought that they would be left alone, but they were wrong. For when nature turned its back to man, so did the man to other man.
We built a game. Wait, no. We built a utility to educate young people and pack that into a form of game. That's right. It is meant to raise consciousness about the importance of nature preserving and food production facilities for the entire mankind. And it's fun, enjoyable, and interesting for all generations. We call it Save the World. Food production is, as we know, an uprising issue for the mankind. Most of the people never spend a moment in their life thinking about the actual way food they ate this morning came to their kitchen tables. How many hours did farmers around the globe spend growing it? How much did it cost? What kind of things did they have to deal with? All the way up to the industries that bought this food, distributed it to our local stores, and made it available as a final product. All the way along, there is an important factor of pollution to which every single human being on this planet contributes. These kind of issues are there, is the fact that most of the people aren't aware of them. Save the World is about to change that. Get ready to save the world. First thing you'll notice when you start playing is enjoyable design and pleasant surrounding. As you can see, the first level is filled with famous North American landmarks and continent-specific flora and fauna. With each new level, a new continent is unlocked for your exploration and contribution to even richer food production environment. At the very beginning of the level, you're presented with your own farm, including 4 pieces of arable land. First thing you'll do is to start producing some food. You can do this by planting wheat on a field by clicking on an arable land and selecting appropriate type of plant. As you watch it grow, we would like you to think about an alarming fact for a moment. World population is increasing exponentially and food supplies are not getting any bigger. In fact, food supplies are getting smaller and smaller. Estimated world population for 2025 year is 8 billion people, and area of arable land is decreasing by 1% each year. Now, when our wheat has started to grow, and we know how important that is, we'll have to water it so it can grow even more. Of course, we shouldn't exaggerate, and we should stop watering it at the right time in order to get the best yield. Bar at the bottom of the screen helps us decide when to stop watering it. Green area is the best option. Today, around 14% of people in the world cannot afford a piece of bread, and most of us take bread for granted. Don't you think it's cruel? In order to introduce young people some basic concepts and concerns about food production, we provided an insight to the current amount of resources our farmer produced. These resources are displayed in the upper part of the screen, and they show you how much of each resource you have available for production. When you gather enough wheat, you can produce flour. Let's do that now by clicking Windmill, mill the wheat, and pack it into the sacks. Later on, we'll distribute it to the people who need it the most. As in the real-world situation, there are people inside our game that do not like the fact that we generously give away the food we produce, and they want to interfere in the process in order to make profit out of it. These kind of scenarios in real life contribute to the fact that we now have a lot of polluted areas, unusable land for food production, and poor quality food. After we rejected offers of these people, they started to express their fury in a very strange way, by periodically sending their minions to invade your farm. This made our game look like tower defense, and as all experienced players already know, the only thing you'll need to do in a tower defense is to defend. Instead of towers, you'll get help from your faithful animals. By placing them on the marked spots next to the road, they'll automatically start attacking all of the enemies who approach to them. Every animal can be upgraded if you have sufficient amount of resources, which will give it additional range and damage, and will make it more efficient in a battle against enemies of unhealthy food. Certain animals can slow enemies down also. You can click certain regions on a map and answer short quiz questions, and if you answer correctly, you can use the points to send a spy to the enemy and find out time of the next attack. There's additional bonus level, which is reverse tower defense game, in which you, the farmer, distributes the food along one road. You have to choose good timings for the movement in order to evade cannonballs from the enemies. This level symbolizes constant battle of farmers with dynamic market of food production. Our game goal is simple: create and deliver food to anyone in the world, dealing with a bunch of challenges and concerns each farmer in the world encounters on a daily basis. So, what did we try to do this year? Save the world, one level at a time.